What's up, everybody? This is Sideline Rewind, all things professional cheerleading. We are coming at you with episode number 22.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go. 22.
Here we go.
Didn't Taylor Swift say something about that?
22?
Yeah,
What'd
she has
she
a
say?
song. A song.
Does
We
she?
should have named this episode that her song. That was
Nah.
really good. Oh, come on.
I like Lady.
22. That's her song.
I love it. See, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm feeling 22. Are you, Marnie?
I'm feeling 22.
I'm feeling 22.
Yes.
We're all 20.
I mean, usually I say 21, but I'll take 22.
I will too.
Right?
There you go.
Again. 22
That's
again.
right.
Maybe we should have named it 22 again.
Again.
Yes.
And as
Yeah.
long as we're legal, we're good.
That's right.
That's right.
This episode, however, will be called Lady. That song was introduced by the Commodores back in 1981. That song debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 100 chart. So this episode is going to be Lady. We love the Commodores. Oh, totally old school.
I love it. You know what I was just telling Rhonda before this started is that a song might debut on number 8 and you're like, oh man, I didn't make it. But the thing is that song has stood the test of time and
Yes,
it's
it
actually
has.
better today. When you play it, you're like, this is a banger.
It lives
this
on
is a
and
jam.
on and
That's
on.
right.
Yes.
Lady.
And I don't know if that's just because I'm old, but I think
No.
it's because it's really good music.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's
And
real
it's
good.
still sung as cover, so we
That's
know that
right.
it's still a good song.
We like it.
Yes.
Lady.
Long live Lady.
Long
Love it.
live Lady and the Commodores.
That's right.
So what's up, y'all? We've got so many things going on. We got the contest. What's up with that, Anita? How's it going?
Yes, so don't forget to submit your entries for the contest. And basically, you're going to listen to all the episodes up to this point, and you're going to send us what is the most interesting or surprising thing that you learned about professional cheerleading through those episodes.
No, wait, are we going to check the episodes and see if this is factual or can someone just pull a fact out of the air?
Right.
Like, you know
I
what?
mean,
don't
I
really-
think we know everything we talked
Okay.
about on all the episodes. So I feel
She's
like
pretty
we're
strict, you guys. So
yeah,
you
I am.
have to just follow the rules and listen to the episode.
yeah, and I'm like an elephant, not in size, but my memory. So
That's right.
I'll remember.
I love
and,
it. I love it.
And yes, so you can email those at sidelinerewind@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM on our Instagram.
Yes.
And then we're going to have a drawing on the night of the Super Bowl.
And what do you win?
And
Oh, look here.
You're going to win your choice of color in this Yeti wine tumbler
So cute.
engraved with Sideline Rewind logo.
You
Very
gotta
cool.
Remember, it keeps your LaMarca cold, but we never know. 'Cause
We never let it.
before it's needed.
That's
to
true.
Be kept cold.
That's true.
So cheers.
Yeah,
You
you
want to
know
get
what?
one of these.
That's right.
Exactly.
Everyone needs one.
Everybody needs one.
Yes, it's
They
a great
do.
fashion accessory.
Come on now.
And you know what else?
What?
Tryouts are still on their
Honey.
way.
Woo.
They're
I still
coming
can't
up.
believe it, really. But
I
they're
know.
happening,
Either. I
honey.
feel like the season just flew by, but here we are again. Everybody's posting for clinics and workshops, and it's time to prepare. And it's actually past time to prepare. You probably should have
Yeah.
started already preparing. But if you're just now getting to the party, then let's go. Put it in
Let's
full
do your
force.
homework.
It is here, you guys.
It is here, and I just want to shout out. I think the Commodores. What Commodores? See,
She's got it on the brain.
Washington
The
D.C.
Commanders?
Correct.
and the Patriots have sold out their
It's amazing.
prep
clinics?
classes.
Wow.
They have sold out, and I
That's
think
great.
the Patriots has sold out like twice in a week. So
That's
that's
incredible.
really great.
And also, I saw that Atlanta posted a video on their Instagram of their tryout clinic. And
that's
it was
cool, yes.
really, really cool to see that process happen.
Yeah,
so
it's really good.
So
I love
fun.
it.
so get ready.
Rhonda,
What's happening?
Yeah.
Rhonda, get ready.
Tell us about
Are
it.
you going to try out?
Get,
I keep trying to get her to try out, but
And she keeps trying to get you to try
I
out.
know.
So
I think you should try out.
right. No, I think you should.
I think you should try out.
Okay.
But listen,
What?
we got a contest. Another contest.
Another one.
okay.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Sorta.
No, it's a
Kind
fun
of
one.
a versus.
It's a
kinda.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl challenge for us. We're gonna have the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl challenge for their routine. So we're gonna post routines
Yeah.
that they've done during the 2024 season, and we're gonna post them, and we want y'all to vote on it.
Yes.
I love it.
I
That's
love
so
that
fun.
too. It's going to be so hard to vote because they're both so good.
They're so good.
Right.
They're very
Different
good.
styles,
Correct.
but both very good. Really cool
Yeah.
uniforms. So yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so watch out for that on our Instagram page. We're going to just make sure you go in and vote for them. And I think that'll be a good little thing. And
Yeah, it
we'll announce
will.
the winner on the next episode that we have after the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Exactly.
I
Come
love
on
it.
now.
Come on now.
But listen, the
Vote up
most
your
important
favorite.
thing
Okay.
Honey, let me tell you. We have cheerleader royalty
I know, right?
in the room.
I mean, it's just so unbelievable.
Their spirit is in the room.
Yes.
We got some ladies here from...
Yes. Don't tell
I'm
them.
almost getting ready to tell.
It's okay.
But I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too.
Tell us who it is, Anita.
So we actually have two guests. We haven't done this before, but this is super cool. One of our guests today, born and raised in Southern California, has called Las Vegas home for over 15 years.
Woo!
She has been involved in cheerleading since grade school and continued her love of cheer and dance as a Los Angeles and Oakland Raiders cheerleader. Her strong leadership qualities led her to become a co-captain during her years with the Raiderettes and is a captain for the Las Vegas WNBA Aces and High Rollers dance team.
Come on now.
Cool.
Yes.
Her 15 years of experience with dance teams, promotions, special events, and commitment to excellence has come full circle as she is now a coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiderettes.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
thrilled.
honey.
Love that.
We're thrilled to host special guest Miss Marnie Capurro.
Yes. I love it.
And our other amazing guest today comes from a competitive and professional dance background, dancing for over 25 years. She coached the Fresno
Wow.
State, UC Berkeley, and UCLA dance teams.
Come on now.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
She was a member of the Phoenix Suns dancers, choreographing halftime routines and continuing her passion for performing.
Love it.
I love it too.
For 4 seasons, she
Wow.
lived out her dreams of being an NFL cheerleader as an Oakland Raiderette, where she was co-captain, captain, and 2009 Dancer of the Year.
Come on now. Oaktown is in the house.
Yes.
Let's go.
This guest is now the current director of the Las Vegas Raiderettes. Her motto is aspire to inspire, and she hopes she can do just that for future generations. Please welcome our gorgeous special guest today, Miss Tiphanie McNiff.
Yay!
Ladies.
You guys are way too hard.
I love that.
We love it.
Please tell me you have T-shirts that say "Aspire to Inspire."
No, but I would rather have it on a wine glass than a T-shirt. But I like that idea.
You know what? It works. It would work for any occasion.
So your
Love that.
your Yeti tumbler will have aspire to inspire.
I
I love that.
love that.
Yes.
Love it, girl. You got to do that.
You got to do it.
You got
I
to
love
do
it.
that.
I'm in.
Thank y'all so
Work strong
much.
food.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for being on. We cannot thank y'all enough. Thank y'all.
Yeah, so
Thank you for having us. This is so exciting. I love hearing what you guys have to talk about, and it's so reminiscent of, just our time that we spent cheering. And I love your guys' relationship and friendship that you've built on this. And it's just takes me back to, what it is that we love about cheer. So it's an honor to be here.
Oh,
Thanks for
thank you
thinking
so
of
much.
us.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
So did y'all cheer at the same time together?
No, but it feels like we did, to be honest.
That's awesome. So was it both?
Yeah.
So did y'all both cheer in LA?
I cheered LA 93, 94.
Okay.
And then the team moved up to Oakland. They actually flew the whole LA team back and forth that season.
Wow.
So I
you
had the opportunity to do
serious?
both locations.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And I
awesome.
started in 2008 to 2012 with the Raiders in Oakland. So we missed each other, but in Raiderette world, it feels like we were teammates.
Yeah,
we
I'm
have
sure.
such a tight-knit bond and sisterhood.
Yes.
When I was looking for someone, to fill this role and take this on, I'm like, who could it be? And Marnie just popped up, and it was like, God sent one, but two, just so special because
Yes.
we now have the opportunity to talk to our team and show them what it was like to cheer in all 3 locations that the Raiders have now been in. Because I was in Oakland, she was in Oakland and Los Angeles, and now the current team is here in Las Vegas. So we really kind of get to pass the baton down, if you will, or pass the torch to our team, which is really cool,
Very
cool to
cool.
see.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes.
We love that. That's a lot of I love football, and the Raiders have such a big tradition, and y'all are carrying that tradition. And I think it was like 1961 y'all started was the first
Yes.
cheerleaders. That is so
Yes.
amazing, and the tradition of the Raiders and you ladies so fabulous, and it looks like y'all have carried the tradition out through the years,
Yes.
and it's awesome. I love that. Love it.
Thank you. Yeah, our program is built on tradition, and it's, when we are serving in this role, it's really about giving back to our sisterhood and our teammates. So, when I look at what my job is here, I really think about, for me, it's about, making everybody I cheered with proud. And before the people I cheered with, the people before them that built this whole thing on their backs. So our team is very appreciative that we have such a tight-knit relationship with so many alumni. We have ladies popping all the time.
I love that.
We have a lot of locals, and we have a lot of crazy aunties who like to surprise us and come to practice and say hi. And it just makes it that much more special because they have so many different generations rooting for their success, which is so special.
I think that's so special.
Yeah, when we were in Boston for the NFL or the NFCAO reunion. Let me just tell you.
No, we didn't go to that one.
Oh, it was so you could totally see that sisterhood. Like it came across on every level, but also everything they wore, all the really cool. I mean, they just had. Were they not killing?
Yes.
They crushed.
Slayed.
Yes.
I got them all those outfits in the Poms. They were
that's awesome.
Tiphanie, we're going. We have to look the best. And I was like,
and they did.
So
they did.
Organization. I'm like, guys, what are we giving them? We got to get them outfits. So the girls were sending me pictures, and we want to wear dresses. We want this, but
every time they came out, they had a more incredible outfit than the time before, and it was.
My gosh,
we loved it. Yeah, it was so cool.
They slayed.
Trust me, the planning for that takes a year.
I'm sure.
We've
sure it
already
does.
sent out inspiration photos of what we're doing for the next one.
Get
They're
ready
planning
because you have about a
2026.
year now, so get ready for
It was
Miami.
when they came home from the last one, and at the time it was supposed to be in Dallas.
Correct.
So they were like, "We're going to Dallas." Like less than 24 hours from the one that had just finished, they were in a group chat sending pictures of like cat suits. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "Look, for Dallas." I'm like, "Guys, this is not for a year.
That's
this
so
is not
great.
I love that.
That's awesome.
That was
I
a
love
really
the
fun group of ladies.
enthusiasm and passion.
They're a
And
blast.
I also love that you guys have such a respect for the people that started it and get to
For
come
sure.
back and that's just so important.
It is.
Not that it's all about us, but again, it's all about us. And we were the first team here in Nashville for the Titans, and so that means a lot to us as old timers to see that someone respects and values what the ground that they laid to.
Yes.
Correct.
And then the ugly shoes that we wore and the things that we had to do to get to where they are now. You know what I mean? And so it's really awesome. I applaud that a lot. Thank you.
Honey, because they slayed every day.
Yes.
They sure did.
Those 3 days?
3 days.
3 days, honey. They slayed from breakfast to the evening.
I love
They
it.
had an outfit on.
I
They were
love
like,
it.
that's the Raiderettes. Like, oh my God, they look so good.
They love it.
Yes.
Honey, they
A
represented.
bunch of incredible women.
Yes, for sure.
So one thing also I wanted to ask you about, like your website, how the cheerleaders are represented is the coolest. Like you have so many different things, and really, yes, it is so cool because one of the things we did in the beginning is trying to dig up historical facts about teams, and it was very difficult.
very
Like
hard,
you can't find. All that stuff is buried somewhere in cyberspace, or we don't know where.
Right.
Because I guess there wasn't cyberspace so much then. But
Well, yeah.
anyway,
No
you guys
phones.
have even the historical timeline of your teams, which is super cool. And then you have like the bio page, and then each line presented on there, and then dancer
cool.
of each game.
wow.
Yeah,
cool.
thank you.
And so
It's a lot to keep up with.
how is the dancer of the game selected? Do you all pick, or does the team pick, or how does that work?
So for Dancer of the Game, that's something that's sponsored by EOS Fitness, and they took
Wow.
that. You don't just get to be on the website. You are in the game day program. So there's an entire write-up about you in the
Oh,
program.
that's really cool.
That is.
Announce you on, they say, let's meet this week's Raider out of the game. And then they read the whole page from the program, and then they show a variety of pictures from you throughout the season, and at the end they pan to the girl and have her do a live camera shot, which we've periodically gotten crazier with her ideas. At the last one they were like doing a roll off out, and then the girl walked through. They were so excited
So
about
it's
it,
full
but
choreographed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is.
I
It's a
love
surprise
that.
to us, but yeah, she definitely had her moment, but she killed it. But for that one, that's selected by us just as coaches, and we also try hard to tie it into the theme of the game. So, for instance, like our crucial catch game, we honored one of the Raiderettes whose mom was a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
wonderful.
Very cool.
Yeah.
A little bit about that for our military appreciation game. We had a Raiderette whose grandfather served in the Vietnam War. So we talked about her, you know, a little bit about her grandfather's history. So we try really hard to, you know, theme it around what the theme of the game is, but also recognize people who have been putting in so much work. I mean, at the end of the year, obviously there's 3 award winners, but we have 32 winners on our team. Like these
Absolutely
winners,
right.
they're spectacular on and off the field. They're just the most multifaceted, incredible women. I'm so proud of them. So anytime we have an opportunity where we can recognize, you know, some of their success off the field, you would be so mind blown about. But anytime we can, you know, get a little opportunity to just shout that out, it's so cool.
That is so cool. I mean, I super applaud that because I feel like people always work harder when they feel appreciated. And so the fact that you guys are doing that and taking the time out to say, hey, Susie Q, you're doing a great job.
Yes.
And I want to give you this time to recognize all your hard work.
Yes.
Right.
That's just so cool.
And I think still to this day, which blows my mind, even when we cheer, people would say, oh, you had a full-time job? I'm like, of course we did.
Right.
Like, and they still don't understand that, yes, they have a full life outside of this. And so to get to highlight those things is really incredible as
awesome.
well.
That's so cool.
I mean, right now we're working on a big story, but 2 of our ladies on the team just got into medical school.
great.
Like 2 right now. So one of
Incredible.
them found out
wow.
the week of the last game. One of them found out around October. And it was a journey all year. And they
Oh,
were
I'm
like,
sure.
we're applying to medical school. I submitted my application. I need to take tomorrow's practice off because, you know, med school apps are due. And then, you know, they had interviews and they were
Right.
flying back and forth, all while managing 3 practices a week,
That's
Wow.
while
amazing.
having back-to-back games, while having 5 appearances, while teaching at our dance studio, while doing all the other things. And then the fact that it happened for both of them, I mean,
Wow.
I
That's
could, I'm
amazing.
definitely not a doctor, but I look at them and I'm just
That-
like, oh my, wow, that is
Absolutely.
so cool. And so many people just look at them, you know, on game day and say, well, they're so beautiful and, you know, they're good dancers, but they're so much beyond
Right. Beyond that.
what everybody sees. And that's just so cool.
That's really
So
cool.
Yes,
Congratulations to both of them.
Yes.
And kudos to you for allowing them to live out that part of their dream as well.
Yes.
And
right.
still
I
participate
know
in
it's
this.
it's bittersweet because
Sure.
now it's obviously their last season.
Right.
Right.
And one of them's like, do I take a gap year? And I'm like, you need to fly,
No,
butterfly. This is like, I've never seen something like this. I'm like, not one, but 2 of
2.
you. Like,
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
It's
Can we just-
remarkable.
Can we just talk about your dance studio? Like, it was
Oh,
super,
my
like,
gosh.
we've talked about it multiple times on the episodes, but we're super envious
come
and
see
super.
it.
We want to come to it. We want to
Yes, can we come?
yeah.
20,000
Anytime.
square feet, honey.
Yeah, you can come do a podcast from here. You can we have-
Yes. We
That will be
should.
on our radar for
Yes.
sure.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
we have
us
the
about
cutest backdrops. So we are so fortunate to be a part of an organization who truly values
That's amazing.
its cheerleaders.
Mhm.
And that dates back to Al Davis being the owner and
Mhm.
now his son,
Son.
Mark Davis, taking it over. He has always seen so much value in our program. So when you're talking about, you know, the women traveling to these conferences and things and our organization buying them pom-poms and
Mhm.
outfits and all the things, he still really cares about that piece. So when we moved to Las Vegas, Marnie and I, as we said, cheered in Oakland and LA. So we didn't have any of these sparkly things. We had great things. We loved our time in being a cheerleader, but I mean, we were getting ready in a hallway of a basketball arena that you walk through a tunnel and, you know, went to this stadium. We didn't have
Yes.
a dance studio to practice at. We practiced at an elementary school. So
Wow.
that, you know, our ownership, when we moved and they built this thing from scratch, like thought of us on every front. It's amazing. We have 2 gigantic rooms. We can fit 100 people in one. We can fit about 60 in the other.
Amazing.
My
They have their own locker room with their pictures up in our dance studio, and that's like their tiny space in comparison to the stadium locker room, which is also. But it's really cool, and it gives us the opportunity to serve the community. We do multiple community events out of here.
That's awesome.
We host, different free programs and classes to local cheer teams. We invite local cheer teams to come out and say like, hey, we'll do some dances for you. Or, we have our own owned and operated dance studio. So we're teaching class to the public. We have classes going on in the other room right now.
Wow.
So
That
ages two all the way up to adults. So
It's incredible.
it kind of gives everybody a real sense of purpose being here, that it's not just about us, and it's not just about, cheering, and it's not just about dancing or football. It's really about serving the community and being a role model. So I feel like it's been something that's great for all of us, because, when you have to be a mentor, I have a 4-year-old. So for me, the most beautiful part of my entire job is seeing the relationship that my girls have with my little girl. And she's essentially being raised by 32 women.
Right.
Crazy, but she's being raised with them, and they see the sense of responsibility and having to work with her every week and having to put up with my crazy sassy 4-year-olds in the other room. So
I love it.
It's really special, and we're just so fortunate that people care and have given us this opportunity. It's not something we take lightly.
That is so
love
cool.
it.
So the majority of the teachers all of the teachers are Raiderettes?
All of them are the
That's
Raiderettes.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Very
amazing.
cool.
Gosh, y'all.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
And
Yeah, and it's cool. We got invited yesterday to one of the little girls' kindergarten graduation.
Oh,
So she
so
invited 3 of the Raiderettes, and then the Raiderettes came to us and were like, hey, do you think we can go to Harper's graduation? And I'm like, for kindergarten? So it's just going to be funny because we're essentially raising these communities. So now we're all going to Harper's graduation from kindergarten.
They say it takes a village. I guess it truly does.
Yes.
And talk about community outreach that you probably never expected.
Right.
That's really cool. And, one of the things, I don't know if you've heard episode 5 when we talked about teams that didn't have cheerleaders any longer. And we always ask guests, like, what would you say to other teams to try to bring those cheerleaders back? But I think we need to ask Mark, because he clearly sees the value in it as an owner. And it's like, we need to have him on and say, like,
absolutely.
listen, this is what needs to happen. All these teams need to have cheerleaders. It's not just about on the field, it's outside of it, and it's the community outreach, and it's the charitable organizations and foundations they represent. And so, I just love the whole dynamic of that organization.
We're a pillar in the community, and it's our social responsibility to be there and help in any way we can. So to the teams that don't have cheerleaders, it's like, who are you sending out to be the face of your organization? If you're looking at it just as a dancer, these people aren't just dancers. They're not just cheerleaders. They're really talented, multifaceted men and women who can contribute a lot to society. So whether it's you trying to sell tickets and get more fans there, how many times have we heard from parents like, oh, we came to the game because we wanted to bring our daughter to see the cheerleaders?
That's right.
Yes.
People not everyone's coming for football. My mom definitely is. She comes for the team and the uniforms, and her Chardonnay, and that's it.
That's great.
right.
That's the ultimate compliment too.
Yes,
we didn't come for the game. We came for you.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's very well said.
So we were talking about tryouts are coming up. What do you guys specifically look for in a candidate or a hopeful that's trying out?
Honey, tell us.
Oh, so many things. You start, Marnie.
Well, we just had our last clinic 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And the girls that came in were amazing. And you can really see they got to have that dance skill and they got to have that it factor.
Right.
It's got to be that Raider it factor. I don't even know how to explain
Sparkle.
that Raider.
You just go with sparkle.
That's right.
Yeah.
But tryouts are around the corner. I think the girls are going to show up, are going to be amazing.
They
So
are.
be ready. Like you said, if you're not already doing clinics,
Right.
Get in it.
because these girls are amazing. I mean, when I cheered, dance level was so different. I wish we had clinics and ways to improve.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What I'm seeing now is just so elevated.
Mhm.
They're doing triples. They're doing
Head springs.
leaps and
Right.
oh my gosh. So
I think for
Tiffany,
me,
yeah.
just people who are the whole package. You can't just be a dancer. You got to be a great teammate. You got to be a brand ambassador.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
got to be the whole package. You are somebody who's representing one of the largest sports organizations in the entire world. So you have to be on your toes and able to communicate well. You can't just rely on dance skill anymore. It's
Oh,
really
100%.
about being a multifaceted human.
And
That's
absolutely,
very
and
true.
especially with the element of being a mentor and teacher to these young kids, that adds a whole different. I mean, that's the most important to me part.
Exactly.
That these young women and men are doing is being mentors and examples and role models.
And inspiration
for
to
these
the
kids.
youth. Yes.
Yeah,
That's so great. I just love that so much. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's awesome. So, how many ladies do you expect this year? Like, how?
Oh my
We were just
goodness.
talking
We
about this.
just had a meeting about this right before you guys came. Last year we had around 1,300 apply online.
Wow.
But then about
Gosh.
half send videos. So we don't really know what to expect. We've kind of shifted our audition process and done the first part virtually.
Okay.
It really comes down to cost for the ladies. We are noticing that I'd say 95% of our applicants are coming from all over the United States and world.
Yes.
So to ask them
Wow.
to come back maybe 2-3 times in a row, it's just not financially sane for everyone to do. So first round's virtual, second round's in person, and it basically lasts Tuesday to Sunday. By Sunday, we have the team
That's
and we
great.
have interviews and photo shoots and dance practice and choreographers and you name it, we have it that week. But it's we don't know what to expect. It's always a surprise. Last year we were shocked, and every year it gets a little bit better, and we kind of just pinch ourselves and say like, well, we weren't expecting that. So whether it's 100 people or 1,000, 2,000 people,
Wow.
we're just honored that they want to be a part of this. So it's
Yeah.
special.
That's awesome.
That
And
really
when
is
are
awesome.
your tryouts? When do they start?
So online will start April 1st.
Okay.
And then we have about a month to get through the application. So April 29th will be semifinals. And then our team is selected by May the 4th. So really it's
Wow.
April 29th, which
quick
is a
process.
Tuesday through Sunday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
That's the day. It just has fallen on that day 2 times now. So now
Wow.
it's like our
Yeah.
May
That's
the
your
4th
day.
be
Lucky
with
day.
you, ladies. Yeah.
May the
Very
4th
cool.
be with
That's
you.
awesome.
I love it.
With you.
And then they get to go celebrate Cinco de Mayo the next day,
That's
all
right.
those who made it.
There you
So
go. Stay in Vegas.
There you go.
exactly.
Oh, I just want to say too, ladies, they won an Emmy.
Yeah.
Right.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes, that's a huge congrats.
Oh, awesome.
That
Thank you. Well, that's our production team. I mean, we have that's Silver and Black. We owe all the kudos to them. They really, they did such an amazing job at telling our story. I don't think I've ever cried that hard in my life when
So
they
good.
showed it to me for the first time, and I'm sitting there taking notes, and it was just so emotional and special. Just to go through kind of the history. But the funniest part of how that all went down is it was kind of a accidental disaster. So we did our auditions there at the Luxor that year at the America's Got Talent stage.
Okay.
And I have joked forever that the Luxor is haunted because I love watching stuff online. And I swear everyone says it's haunted. And I'm like the most superstitious human that there is. So I'm like, I don't know about this place, guys. Everyone says it's haunted, and they're like, yeah, okay, Tiffany, enjoy crazy town over here. And I'm like, no, guys, I swear. So that day we had our entire production team. We had photo, we had video, and they were on all day, tested the cameras. Everything was wonderful. And we're talking about our Silver and Black production team is like, they have like 20 plus Emmys. They're fantastic. They're like top of the top. The lady who works on our stuff is named Janella. She's like the best of the best. I get a call. I think auditions were on a Saturday. I get a call the Monday after, and they were like, hey, we have to talk to you. And it sounded so serious. And I'm like, what? And they were like, so we don't know why, but the cameras didn't get footage. Like we tested it, they were on. There's like no footage, and I was like, I told you guys that this is how it was. And they're like, we don't know. They're like, we have the other camera, but it wasn't the camera that was filming the whole audition. We have like the guy with the on the stage cam, filming, and they're just like, we don't know what happened. Something was wrong with the equipment, and it wasn't our equipment. It was their equipment.
Wow.
So I was like, well, you better get creative. I said, it looks like we're doing a history documentary, doesn't it? And they were like, oh, you still want this? I'm like, yep. Because that year we had Paula Abdul as a guest judge.
I love that.
So that was like the biggest thing ever for us. And we were so excited. Well, me personally, I was dying. I get to sit next to her.
Yeah.
No introduction. She just walks up halfway through the audition, sits next to me, and I'm just like, this is like, I'm literally sitting like this to Paula Abdul right now. This is insane. So we did all that. We had her mic'd. We were having full conversations. We were having the time of our lives. And they're like, yeah, we don't have any of that.
Oh my gosh.
And so when they started putting it together, they were like, we're going to go back and we're going to interview you. We're going to interview the girls. We're going to take this snippet of the story. And then everyone online's like, show more of the dancing. Where's the dancing? And I'm like, I know.
Oh my God.
And everybody's coming, where's the dancing? How come we can't see more of the dancing? Because it doesn't exist. But then they produced this whole thing, show us, and I'm just so taken back by what I watched. I get the chills talking about it. And I was like, this is the most amazing thing we've ever seen. And I feel like we did such a good job of telling the Raiderettes story and the history. I'm so proud of this. So a whole year goes by. We hear nothing about it, right? And then last year, the night before auditions, we got the text message. It's like, we won the Emmy. And we were like, no way.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool
But
story.
I mean, everything had to go catastrophically wrong for that to happen. So it would be the one thing that we get the Emmy for, but it's just that was so crazy.
Yeah, bittersweet.
I'm sure.
But that's so awesome.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I was like, you better do a history documentary. I was like, kidding, but not,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, what a fabulous history. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, really cool.
That's so awesome.
And on history, we always ask our guests,
yes,
what if you had to pick one favorite memory, or maybe you have two, I don't know, but we call it your favorite rewind of either your time cheering or coaching, anything. It could be anything.
or both.
Yeah.
That's so good. There's, I mean,
So many.
yeah.
So crazy from current to my very first day stepping on the field is probably the best moment. That was the time. It'll make me cry.
Told you there'd be some crying.
And I swear, when you're a cheerleader, sometimes you always think, like, should I really be here? Am I really on this team with the rest of the girls? Stepping on that field the first time and introducing us, I was like, this is happening. So I still remember that moment, still get emotional.
Yes.
There's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. And you know what's so cool is that we've never met you, but we all still sitting here feel the same thing that you're
chills,
saying.
Exactly.
That's what's so amazing about it is that we get it.
That day, that moment, the starting would lead to where I am now.
Oh,
That's
It's all meant to be. All meant to be.
Oh, I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, it goes so full circle.
Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
What about you, Tiff?
I think as a cheerleader, my most memorable moment, I was selected to go on a military tour, and we went to Iraq. Spent 14 days there. I was going into my second season, so I was like the baby of the group.
Right.
I just turned 21. I was like this little baby going to Iraq. So
Wow.
I went with Emily Campagno, who's now a Fox News correspondent, and just being there. And this was during 2009. This is when we were at war.
Right.
So being there and, seeing what our servicemen and women were going through on a daily basis and meeting people from home and being able to impact their lives. And now seeing on TV, like someone who who took us around the entire time
Yeah.
was, lost a leg a year later.
Oh,
and Emily's been in touch with him and was able to reconnect. But just those moments of, as a cheerleader, like you never know what your impact, what your legacy will be.
right.
It was such a humbling experience. But looking back on it, I'm like, if it weren't for the Raiders giving me this opportunity, I would never have this platform to go, say thank you and to be a part of something so big. I would never have, not that I would necessarily want to do that again, but it was just such a crazy trip. But you would never be asked that as just yourself or as just a random person. So that, and then I think for me as a coach, my first game, I was the interim coach in 2021 and it was coming out of COVID. I had my daughter in COVID. That was just such a crazy, hard time for so many people. And that first game when the stadium opened, we were supposed to open in 2020 and we couldn't because of the pandemic.
Right.
2021 rolls around and, our ownership said nobody's in the stadium until it opens, until COVID's over and it opens to the public. So going from complete isolation, being a mom in a pandemic with an infant, to being on a field with 65,000 people.
Wow.
It's really cool.
And they're honoring all these military men and women and all of these responders. And it's just like, I think during that time, none of us saw the end in sight of when is this going to be over? And then here it is. And we all just got through this. And it was kind of like everybody uniting and being together. And of course they had like the Rachel Platson song, I'll rise up, and everyone's crying.
Oh, absolutely.
And my eyelashes are falling off.
Yes.
Like mascara rolling down my face. But I don't think I'll ever forget or be able to top.
That's amazing.
That's
amazing.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And my first official game as director was our 60th reunion. So I got to cheer with 540 something cheerleaders, every person who's ever coached me, all my teammates, my daughter in the stand. And I was like, hi, I'm Tiphanie. And it's my first day, It's like,
wow. That's
incredible. Yes.
There's going into the deep end and then there's jumping off the high dive.
Right.
Exactly.
At first. Yes.
I love
really
that.
cool rewinds.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing.
You are.
That is awesome. So, and I always ask too, we want to give a message out. We started the podcast because we wanted to give a message for future generations. What would your message be to future generations if they're a cheerleader and they're aspiring to be one? What would you want to tell them, or what would your message be to future generations?
That would be just to not give up. If you have a dream, and it might be crazy, you're thinking about it. Can I be a singer? Can I be a dancer? Let that dream happen. Maybe it might not be the level you want it to be, but go and try. Just try and do it. Trying is winning.
Absolutely.
So always just go for that goal, because I probably never thought I would make it to the level I did. But I kept trying, I kept practicing, I kept learning, figuring out what I needed to do, and I made it, and it feels great. So I always say, just don't give up. And just being a part and trying is still winning. And you might find another avenue. If you're not the dancer, maybe you'll find another way to be a part of that. Like
Absolutely.
That's great.
That's true.
Or somebody else.
I mean, same thing as Marnie. I mean, going into this, I didn't make the Raiderettes my first time auditioning. You didn't either?
No.
Yeah. So see, and here we are today. So if you give up on your dream, you never know where that's going to push you forward. And what I've been preaching at the prep clinics to everybody is a no is not necessarily a no. It's a not right now.
Not right now.
Sure.
Come on now.
That's right. It's funny.
Have to find where you fit. Like our team might not be for every single person.
Yes.
But you will find a team that is right for you if you
Absolutely.
invest in yourself and put yourself out there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you guys say that because we talked to Jaquine from the Atlanta Falcons.
I love her.
And she cheered with us on Titans, but then she went to Atlanta and she actually made alternate her first year. She told the story and we were just like, oh, but she said, I didn't give up. I stayed and now look at me. And so
That's right.
it's truth. You
Well,
know?
and you
don't
hear
give up.
stories of cheerleaders trying out and they didn't make it until their 6th time
Yes.
or 5th time or whatever. And it's like, talk about not giving up. That's really,
Yes.
I mean, perseverance in its finest.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Great
That's what I try
message.
to tell them.
Yes.
Yeah, when they come in and they're so upset if they didn't maybe didn't get a silver ticket at a clinic. Like that's okay.
Right.
What did you learn? We're here. You might have learned that you need to dance stronger. You need a different outfit.
Sure.
You need to.
Right.
This was a learning experience. It wasn't a give up type thing.
Right.
Right.
So,
Oh, this
Yeah.
is so good.
Yes, honey. Y'all drop some gems.
That's right. We are.
The Raiders, baby.
Yes. We love
We
it.
love
Thank
it.
you guys
have to
so
come out
much
here.
for being
You
on
guys
our
need to
show.
come. No, thank you. You guys need to come see us.
We will.
I'm serious.
No,
We'd
we
love to have
totally
you do a
will.
podcast out of here.
We will
Yes.
absolutely accept that invitation.
Yes.
Done.
We
Vegas
will.
isn't a bad place to visit.
Honey.
That's right.
Absolutely not.
Just don't go to the Luxor. I mean, we love the Luxor if you like haunted mansions.
Right.
Her words,
we
not
love
mine.
Luxor.
We love the Luxor.
We're just not going to film there because we want all
Right,
that.
yes, right.
footage.
You want your
Yeah.
content back.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much. And ladies and gentlemen, wow, this was so amazing.
It
right?
was.
We're
Yes.
thrilled that you all came on to talk to us
Absolutely.
and give all this valuable information to all the upcoming potential cheerleaders.
Thank you. It's so
trying
much
out.
fun. I feel like I know you guys, and you
Yeah.
know we just met,
Yeah.
but
I know.
we definitely need to see you at a reunion.
Yes.
Yes,
for
and
sure.
if you're ever in Nashville, let us know, honey.
That's right.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good
Nashville,
idea.
anytime.
Let us know.
That's
Let
right.
us know.
We'll definitely
we go.
host you.
we
That's
sure
right.
will.
Okay.
And just like
We
they
love
shared their
this.
rewinds, we want other people to send in their rewinds as well, right?
Absolutely.
yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to send us your favorite rewinds, especially our professional cheerleaders. And if you're a fan, send us your favorite rewind. It could be the Music City Miracle or something. Send us
Right.
your favorite rewinds from a game, or if you're a cheerleader of your time when you cheered, please continue to send us your favorite rewinds.
Yes.
We've had some great ones.
Yeah, really
Yes.
fun to watch.
So
and it also triggers memories that all of us have and everyone associated with that rewind.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, we love seeing them.
And then also let us know about, who you might want to see.
yeah, as a
if you
guest
have,
on our show.
If you have specific guests you'd like us to interview or
Yeah.
topics you'd like us to cover, then we're very open to it. So just SidelineRewind@gmail.com. Send us a
Yes.
message and we'll take it into
Yes.
consideration.
Yes. And again,
Who does
thank
your Instagram? Which
Uh,
one of you does
Rhonda.
Instagram?
Rhonda.
I've never seen someone so quick with it in my life.
Right?
We posted, it's like 2 seconds later, sideline rewind. Like, okay.
She is on it.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
She's the queen of our Instagram.
Thank you
God
so
for her.
much for posting. I just want to be on it, and it's like we want to know. We want to let all the squads know we
That's-
appreciate you and
that's
appreciate
right.
what y'all the content, and the main thing is to let everybody know what the squads are doing and all of the hard work that y'all are putting in behind the scenes and just what's
I love
going
it.
on. And I think the more and if I'm on it, people get on and they want to see it. So
Sure.
we want to be
Yeah,
the
it's
first
so
to get it
cool.
out there. So
Absolutely right.
You're the queen at that. You're the queen. I was like,
Right?
I posted it's like 2 minutes later, so not even
Yeah.
sideline reposted.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
You should
I was like,
start
who is this?
timing her. Start
Yes.
timing her. Send her times.
2
Yes.
minutes record
I like
time.
that.
No, you're good.
I
You are
like
good.
that.
Thank you. It's
Yes.
all, and I'm telling you, it's all about the love and just honestly
I
showing
love it.
all of the,
Yes.
the hard work these ladies put out there, and the coaches and directors and all of the team managers behind the scenes. That's what it's about. We want to get that information out so they know how hard
gotta
everybody's
highlight you.
working.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So we just want to thank y'all again for being on. Thank all the followers.
Yes.
Thank you for downloading the podcast. Thank you for Instagram and Facebook. Our numbers are going up and every day, and we thank you for that.
We
Thank
do.
you, Mr. Jimmy, for the use of the studio. We couldn't do this without you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 22.
Lady.
And we're out.
Woohoo.